All right, so this is my first time trying SolarFast, which is a sunlight developed dye, and it's for paper. So I was thinking of, these are some examples. This is like a solargram or a photogram where you place some leaves on there. I actually attempted to print a negative on a transparency, but the black would not adhere, so I consider this a failed attempt. I'm gonna try a different printer and see if it works. But the kit that I got came with some film markers that are nice and opaque. And so you can draw on film. They look like this. So I used that to draw a leaf design. So I'm going to be creating something kind of like this, hand-drawn negative. And then I used this semi-transparent paper around the edge because I really liked that edge. So I'm going to see if I can get that to work out. And we'll see how this goes. So first, you want to put some boards inside your fabric so that it does not bleed through to the opposite side. So I'm doing a tote bag here, so I'm putting 2 boards in side by side, hoping for the best. And then, apparently, these can be used just like paint. It says to shake well. So I'm going to put some on my palette. Whoa, that is not the color I was expecting, but who knows what it will actually turn out like. So that's the blue. Here's the violet. Whoa, okay. And here is the orange. I hope they turn out brighter than this. I'm assuming they will. All right, and it comes with these sponges, but it says you can apply with a normal brush too, so I'm just gonna try it with the sponge. Oh, I think I might need more. It's very, it's pretty viscous. Not quite like acrylic paint, but somewhat similar. All right, so, oops, making little spills. Whatever. All right. So I'm not sure the exact level of saturation I should go for, but we shall see. Okay, so I went for some blue. Now I'm throwing on some orange. Kind of applying like a sponge painting kind of texture, trying to get the paper or the fabric a bit saturated. See how it goes. The violet seems more liquidy, less viscous. I'm not sure why exactly. So let's see. And I'm trying to go fast so the sunlight from my window doesn't start exposing this early, but I hope it works okay. And basically you're supposed to put it outside while it's still wet and put it in the sun while the ink is still wet. So, all right, that's, I think I'm gonna put a little bit more violet just at the bottom there. Okay, so I'm gonna take this outside and see how it goes. Okay, so I am outside. I have brought my my project out here. It says that it takes about 10 minutes to expose, but immediately when I came outside, the sun started developing these colors very quickly. So I kind of was battling the wind a little bit and trying to get it all into place. So I think my image is not going to turn out very crisp, but we shall see. So I'm going to leave this out here for 10 minutes, which is the recommended time, and bring it back inside, and then we'll see what the final result looks like. Okay. All right, I'm back out here in the sun. We'll see what this looks like. It says to leave it on until you take it inside, so we'll see if this works at all. Okay, so I've taken it inside, removing the pins, removing the it barely shows. So I did not read the instructions carefully enough. I did not secure it well enough before it went into the sunshine. So there's just a super faint impression, and it's kind of interesting, but definitely not as crisp as I was hoping. So I'm gonna try a second time and actually secure it this time. But I love those colors. They turned out pretty nice. So, all right, round two, here we go. Okay, so we're starting round two. I did not secure this before going into the sunlight last time, so this did not print well. So what I'm gonna try to do now is set everything up perfectly before I go outside, which I should have done if I had read the instructions fully. You know, word to the wise, read instructions. So now what I'm gonna try to do actually is assemble kind of a composition of some different, like these are laser cut at the Makerspace, and this is my drawing that I did on transparencies. And I'm hoping the wind doesn't blow it all away. So I'm gonna paint it. So here we go. Let's see. Using the sponge again. And I have the plastic in here again, like last time. It really kind of takes a lot of this stuff. I figured if I actually showed you all this process, you might actually want to try it and get excited to do it, because not a lot of people said they were interested in this option, but I think you might get interested now. So it's just a lot of spongy time. And again, I'm hoping being close to the window here isn't messing this whole process up. That could be part of my issue. And I kind of like having this rough edge, but apparently you can also like use masking tape to tape an edge. Okay, so here's my plan. Leaf, swirly thingy, and coaster thingy. I don't know, what do you, oh, see, if you don't, I need to add a little more ink there. You want to make sure to have ink behind the entire image. Get on there. Good enough. Okay. What do you think? Do you like this composition? Okay, here we go. So now, here's what I didn't do last time that I will do this time. You secure the film with pins. And I'm doing it in a spot that does not have ink on it. So hopefully these pins will not create a shadow. Yeah. And then I'm hoping these will just be enough weight on their own. I'm gonna grab another pen. Do you guys see my pens? Where are my pens at? Here. Oh, aquí, right in front of my face. Aha. Excelente. Okay. All right. All right, boom. Okay. Okay, rocks. Would it work? Yeah, let's try a couple of rocks there. Perfect. Okay, good enough. I think that'll be fine. All right, so you can see it's already starting to turn color. See how bright that's getting? All right, so we're supposed to come back in 9 minutes. 9 minutes. Okay, here we are. It is raining. We'll see how this affects the final result. Okay, so here's the big, exciting moment. Taking the pins out. Oh! 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 For some reason, this one just isn't exposing well, but maybe it just isn't pinned flat enough or something.
The sunlight blocks. This blocks the sunlight.
Yeah, the idea is that this part blocks the sunlight from reaching here. So you can see it worked here. Maybe I just didn't draw it dark enough. Also, the rain might have impacted it a little bit. But this looks pretty sweet. Mm-hmm. So maybe the key here is laser cutting stencils out of wood and making your design. So yeah, the next step is to wash these with the fabric stuff. I don't know what it's called. The SolarFast Wash Concentrated Detergent. So I'm gonna do that in my sink and we'll see if it changes the look at all. And yeah, we'll go from there. Sweet. Okay, so I have now washed by hand in my sink with the SolarFast Wash. I used like a capful and a half, and I tried to get the water as hot as I could, which is kind of difficult. But what was really exciting, you can see the print turned out a little bit more. So I had to remove some of that undeveloped ink to make it show up. This one is kind of interesting. It actually lost some of the detail, but it turned out quite nice, and I especially like the edges on this and kind of the way it sort of fades into existence. This turned out really crisp, and there's some nice details here. Now, I did not follow the instructions exactly. I didn't pre-wash these or anything. I just had them laying around, so maybe there was something on here that was sort of repelling the ink a little bit. But overall, I'm really excited by these experiments, and I'm gonna keep figuring out more specific processes. Let me know if you have any tips for working with SolarFast dyes or trying to convince printers to run transparency paper through them when they don't want to. All right, thanks for watching.